All right. So hello, everyone. Welcome to BDPA's 43rd National Conference, where this year the organization's vision is kind of focused on power together will create a revolution of excellence. Today, I have the wonderful opportunity to introduce to you the BDPA Cloud Academy and with the hope of helping that vision come true. But before we get into that, I'd like to briefly mention the agenda items for today. We will discuss, we'll get into the Academy, we'll introduce the Academy founders, then discuss a little bit about the cloud and why it's such a highly sought after skill set, and then share some information about the Academy, some of the key learnings and objectives, and then share some information on how to actually partake in the program. But before we begin, I would like to mention, if you do have questions, please drop them in the chat and the moderator will collect those and answer them, get those answered by the presenters at the end of the presentation. So first, let's start with introductions. So a little bit about me. I've always had an inherent fascination with two things: breaking stuff and technology. As a kid, I'd often find myself in trouble because I like to take things apart and see the technology that was inside, but I can never put anything back together. I took apart Happy Meals, my toys, my game system, my TV, my mom's alarm clock, and see why I got in trouble. But she kind of got tired of me, doing those things. So she kind of helped me channel that nature and put me into an organization called NSBE. And I also had some interactions with BDPA or BDPA sites at a young age. And ever since then, I've been focused on tech. And currently I'm a cloud automation engineer focused in the core cloud engineering services organization at Eli Lilly and Company. And I'm honored to be able to help bring the BDPA Academy to life alongside my cohorts. And I'm excited to see the impact we'll make. Go ahead and Jai, if you'd like to go next.
Thanks, Nick. So my name is actually Jai's son, Alexander. People usually call me Jai. Summing me up in a short way, be anime, books, travel, weightlifting, dogs, the whole nine. Honestly, I like a myriad of a bunch of different things, and it kind of goes into my personality and why, my mind sounds like it's all over the place, but I promise you, we'll control the chaos enough to get to this presentation, hopefully make everything make sense. A little bit about my background is I've spent the last nearly a decade in the BUIT space, that's Business Unit Information Technology. I've worked for Johnson & Johnson, I've worked for Bob Evans Corporate, L Brands, a bunch of different companies, doing anything from data management to operations analysts, project manager, project coordination, rapid value, idealization, value, all types of stuff. So currently I'm actually working for Charter Communications as a level 2 operations analyst. I've been lucky enough to be brought in to BDPA to assist with, building up this academy. We got a lot of cool things to show you today, but that's just a little bit about my background, a little bit about me. Now I'll go ahead and pass it to Richard, allow him to introduce himself.
Thank you. So I'm Richard Holland. I'm a life sciences principal architect here at Google, focused on healthcare life sciences overall around the world. Really happy to be here connecting with BDPA on behalf of Google and prior to Google, but numerous other companies in both life sciences, film animation, financial, and other areas. And really excited to be here. And actually to kick off the conversation today, we wanted to share a preview of really what the future can be like with bringing in the latest of technology, the latest because of cloud, to solve real world challenges in ways we haven't done before. And to show that, I actually will want to share a quick video with you, just a couple minutes, on what that future can look like that we're doing today. So I'll actually play this video. Here we go.
Darlene is my younger sister, and the last time I saw her was well over a year ago. Not being able to see my nephew in person is like, it makes me sad.
So imagine instead of looking at a screen, you're looking at a magic pane of glass. And through that glass, you're seeing another person on the other side.
Hi, can you see me? Say hi to Auntie. Oh my gosh, I love you. Eddie!
So beautiful.
And then you just start having a conversation, just like you would if you were physically together.
Like, I feel like you're here. This is wild. wild. I can see that curl in your hair. I can see how your sweater is falling. And you'll be saying, put on a little lipstick for it.
There are really three breakthroughs coming together here. One is the ability to capture people as they are. The second is the ability to compress that information and send it over existing networks efficiently. And the third is the ability to render that person viewable through a three-dimensional display. So it really feels like you're talking with someone right in front of you.
We see this as a first step at applying technology to solve that really important problem that we often want to be together and we can't.
Don't say goodbye. Don't go away. That was mind-blowing. I've seen a lot, but I've never seen this. I felt like she was present, and I felt like I was present in that moment too. It was like she was here.
And that is a preview of really what we call Project Starline, really connecting people around the world as we build, create, design, code, and build for everyone around the world, regardless of where they're from, what part of the world they're in, across the DEI spectrum. And really, that being a core premise of what we're here today, and part of the partnership why we came to BDPA to start this partnership together. And on that partnership, I'll pass it to Nick to speak to the overall mission.
Thank you. So this partnership between BDPA and Google is really designed to help accelerate every organization's ability to digitally transform. Through that digital transformation, organizations will be able to reimagine their business through data-powered innovation. In turn, it'll enable and help nurture and develop a diverse pool of professionals and IT leaders focused on encouraging and fostering transformation. Transformation of what, you may ask? I'll let Richard answer that.
That transformation really is ever-changing. It's adapting, updating. Everything is transforming. And it's not just at the executive level where we're transforming, it's transforming how we take kids to school. It transforms how we are working, how we get our groceries, how we go out, how we connect with each other. That transformation is happening all over the globe, and we're here to make that impact and be part of that. And that transformation was really accelerated with what we all went through this past year and more regarding the COVID-19 recovery and as that catalyst to really transform and accelerate how we transform in numerous aspects around the world in our daily lives. And with that, it leads us to our journey of cloud technology and growing and adapting the talent we need to be able to meet this new level of transformation, this unprecedented speed to which the planet is really transforming. And really just going back, just taking a step back just for a moment, talking about how we've got here through the various journeys. It's a new era for cloud. We started with the virtual machines, moving from having one's own data center to really being a host that virtually as being a core way that a lot of startups were able to build out new solutions without having to have an entire data center and be able to be successful with doing that. We've seen lots and lots of examples of that together across the world, which then led to, of course, that infrastructure as cloud, getting it, those major initiatives, saving costs, being able to scale, being able to diversify number of tools, be able to use various solutions. That was a very important piece, but it's still the infrastructure, still that technology side. And what we're really getting moving towards, and why we're really here today, is also to talk about the talent we're needing to build that diverse talent to have that transformation cloud, where it's not just here's a bunch of tools, it's actually how using the cloud to transform the business, the customer, the patient, the child, the people around the world, the region, the country, whatever it is, be able to embed that throughout the company and as a core tenet of how we transform and bring solutions, and not just tools, but transform how we do things for a better world overall. And which leads us to key questions. Those key questions, really, how do we get significantly smarter together, where it's not just as much we want to accelerate the science and across different industries, but also being able to provide those capabilities to democratize the ability to use artificial intelligence, machine learning, technology, analytics, and so forth, really across everyone. Which leads us to the next question of how do we transform while maintaining that freedom to adapt by enabling being able to decouple and enable innovation and transformation, going to the edge, going to 5G and so forth, so that we can actually build those capabilities, and having talent that is ready to use those as more solutions start taking advantage of these newer technologies that are coming on the horizon. Which then is, of course, how do we connect people better? As we saw in that video of Project Starline that we created here at Google to really benefit the world, how do we connect people better so that it is that those connections, those ideas, those merging of the minds, if you will, across generations, across talent, across people all over the world, to be able to bring those new innovations that can really help others. And how do we, of course, protect ourselves as we go through these innovations so we keep our data safe, we keep our people safe, we keep our technology safe, and of course keep our companies and connections safe as well, which is a key tenet, while we keep in line with, of course, the changes in sovereignty and regulation and so forth, and keeping those in mind, which leads us to growing talent for that transformation cloud across each of those aspects, from embracing the democratizing access to across the full data lifecycle, across that data cloud, harnessing the flexibility of open innovation, open collaboration, new ways to strengthen human connections, and of course, that secure platform that offers transparency and confidence in the information going through it and making it part of that. And growing that talent to come up to speed in all these different factors across the world is a key part that, Jay, perhaps we have a quick moment about that as well.
Thanks, Richard. So something people may not really realize is just how quickly cloud technology is growing and becoming a part of the daily functions for a lot of businesses. Keep in mind, as that growth and development increases, so does the need for people who can execute processes and continue to strive for innovative methods to implement that technology. Alone, back in 2020, 61% of businesses migrated their workloads to the cloud. Now, experts are starting to predict that by the end of 2021, cloud data centers will process roughly 90% of all digital workloads globally. So to put that in perspective, right, let's talk money. The global cloud computing market is expected to reach $623 billion by 2023, and then jump up to $800 billion by 2025. With businesses funneling all that money into the cloud market, it goes without saying they'll need resources to keep those things growing. What we're doing here with the Cloud Academy is prepping these students to be able to go into that market and dominate. But now, pass the ball back to Richard.
Excellent, thank you. And as we grow the talent is also facing another level that we want to prepare for, which is the changes we're seeing all over the world when it comes to the climate and reactions and incidents that may occur with that. And really we're seeing all across the world, investors, consumers really focusing on that, and thousands of businesses committed to renewable energy and reducing their emissions to combat the climate change and really prepare for and adapt to that ever-growing situation that we're currently in. And of course, and just as a quick preview of that, these companies, while we can't perhaps fit thousands of them on here, well, here's a droplet of just a preview of some of those companies that are actually looking and partnering with across the world to really go towards that 100% renewable energy goal. And Google itself has actually been looking to be carbon neutral for now decades. And this is a bit more than simply reducing the thermostat. We're actually going and applying AI across the board, what we do here, across our data set, across our systems and solutions to get to that zero net emissions, which we were successfully completed. And actually, we were the first company to get and propose to be carbon-free energy by 2030. And to meet that need and to meet that goal, we need diverse talent, lots of individuals, lots of great minds coming together to find new creative ways to meet these needs, which then leads us to really, again, why we're here today when I'll pass it to Nick.
Okay, so now to get to why we're all here, I hope, because we won't have like any snacks or any tangibles. I'd like to introduce something special. The BDPA Cloud Academy, powered by Google. BDPA with Google is determined to grow diverse talent in the cloud technology space and enable that digital transformation of not only the future, but today. The vision of the Academy is to provide a diverse pipeline of IT and engineering professionals entering into the cloud technology space. And through that diversification of the talent pool, will contribute new minds and a slew of diverse understandings. This will help us further the innovation and development of cloud technology and not only propel us into the future, but protect our future. BDPA and Google plan to achieve this through a 12-week program that'll provide 40 college students and 10 early career professionals the opportunity to learn about core and key and primary cloud concepts and get hands-on experience with the different cloud technologies and understand the cloud technologies and allow the participants to engage with industry leaders, which will ultimately bring them back to when they enter the workforce, they'll have that diverse mindset to contribute. Each participant will have the opportunity to obtain a BDPA cloud certification and will be recognized as a BDPA cloud associate with an industry specialization. Jai will share more about that a little bit later, but each participant will also have the opportunity to obtain a Google Cloud Digital Leader certification. So I'll now pass it to Jai to discuss a little bit more about the Academy itself.
Hey, thanks, Nick. So as you can see on this slide, here are the topics we'll be covering in the Academy. The topics vary from everything from why the cloud, the vision for the future, cloud business leadership, AI and machine learning, as well as all the others you see here on the screen. This curriculum is designed to give a broad foundation of cloud technology and its applications for the students who join the Academy. As Nick mentioned before, students will have the opportunity to select a specialization. Think of this as a way for the students to focus on a specific industry using all the knowledge they've accumulated over the last 10 weeks while having the opportunity to work with companies representing that exact industry. These specializations will cover everything from gaming to aviation to robotics and more, as you can see here. Now, we won't be revealing which companies just yet. You'll have to join the Academy if you want to find out what's next. So now that we talked about a little bit what the Academy will be covering, we can focus now pretty much on the schedule. So like Nick said previously, it's about a 12-week course. The first 10 weeks of the Cloud Academy will be the base curriculum. Then they'll spend about 2 weeks for the specialization training. And then each session, of course, will be led by an instructor. They'll run for about an hour and a half or about 90 minutes per session. It's going to be a lot of activities with hands-on labs with cloud technology, engagement with open source solutions and social collabs with BDPA and Googlers, and just, we got a lot going on there for you. So we're looking to actually kick everything off starting September 19th, 2021. So now I'll go ahead and pass it back to Nick so we can discuss the post-Academy engagement.
All right. So after the conference, we wanted a way to continuously engage our program participants, because cloud, although it is new, it in itself is still transforming. It still is being more and more innovative, like how Project Starline was presented earlier from Google. There's a lot of things that will change over time. And so we have put together what we're calling an Academy Fireside Chat. And this will be the opportunity for post-program participants to engage with industry renowned speakers, celebrities, guests, inventors, and these chats will all be moderated by BDPA and Google, and it'll be an exclusive opportunity specific to BDPA Cloud Academy students and program graduates. And we'll focus on the technology, we'll focus on society, and we'll focus on innovation. So that'll wrap up our introduction of the Academy, where we, kind of gave you some insights into the Academy itself, our primary objectives, and our post-Academy engagement series. And I hope you are as excited as we are to bring this to life and introduce, more talent into the pool and ultimately help the world become a better place. So for those who are excited and interested, please use this QR code listed on the screen, and it'll be followed by a brief form This will allow you to receive more information about how to join the academy and allow for future updates. And so I'll leave this up for a few seconds to allow for you all to kind of view and scan, and before we move forward and open the floor to questions.
And just a plus one and add to that, it's incredibly exciting. We're incredibly delighted to help bring a lot of the innovation that's here at Google and share it with those that take part of this academy and really grow that talent to take on the future challenges of the world and really, as Nick May mentioned, have the world a better place. And hopefully everyone was able to at least take a photo of the QR code.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and move to
We'll pass it to Jay to kind of close us out.
All right, thanks, Richard. So just to close out, on behalf of everyone that contributed to developing the Academy and building out this presentation, we want to say thank you all for your time, and we hope to see you in the BDPA Cloud Academy. If anybody has any questions, feel free to flood the chat. I'll have the moderator actually take advantage to one of those questions as he sees fit. But again, the QR code is up there if you guys missed it on the last slide and would like to find out more how you can join the BDPA Cloud Academy. But again, just thank you all for your time, and I appreciate it.
All right, so I'll give a few minutes to see if there's any questions that come in, but I'd like to say thank you all for coming today. We're really excited to introduce this to the world. Yeah. We had a comment from Chandria Seaton. She said, great job. She's excited about the Academy. She said, hi, Richard.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Yes. So yeah, hopefully, definitely I hope you can join Chandra and others on the Academy. We're always looking for, once you get a QR code, we'll send out various updates and more information to come.
All right. I'll just kind of stick around. I'll put myself on mute, and I'll stick around for a bit while people kind of flood in or out, just to answer any questions.
Yep, we'll be here for a bit.
All right. We got a question that said, can high school students participate? Unfortunately, at this time, we are not looking to pursue high school students. We're looking to pursue collegiate and early career professionals. However, once you do get into high school, definitely make sure you have that QR code or sign up. Seasoned professionals. That's a good question, and we may have an opportunity for that, right? Because learning never stops, right? So no matter how far you get into your career, you can always learn new things. And so seasoned professionals is definitely something that we plan to tackle in the future once we're able to bring this program to light with the 40 collegiate and 10 early career professionals. So to answer your question, yes, in the future.
Any other questions, thoughts?
Yeah, I don't see any more coming in. So if you'd like, we can go ahead and close it out.